Hey guys, welcome to the worst beauty of 2017. We're chatting about products that I either purchased or was sent that just didn't work for me. And this is kind of like a second half of the year worst in beauty because a lot of the products that I talked about earlier this year that disappointed me made it out my door. So I'll link to my disappointing products videos from the year down below along with a worst foundations of 2017. Of course, gotta give the disclaimer just in case anybody is related to any of these products and feels very strongly about them. If you love them, more for you. I personally don't find these videos negative. I know a lot of people say, oh, I hate to talk and be so negative, but it's not like I'm sitting here talking about the sad state of the world. I'm saying this highlighter isn't glowy enough for me or this eyeshadow isn't pigmented, saving you some money. I don't know. I don't find it negative. I find it a little therapeutic, so let's get into it. So I have two eyeshadow palettes that I want to chat about kind of for different reasons. The first one is for the most part a quality thing, but also partially the shades they included. It's the Maybelline 24K Nudes palette, and I haven't really liked any of these palettes that have come out. I find them all really muddled on the eyes. Even if they swatch okay, once you put it on your eyes, it's like it's just a mess. And on top of that, the shade selection is lacking for me in usability. So you're getting in the mattes, you're getting a cream matte shade, appreciate that, a dark near black brown, and then a black. That to me is not enough in the way of mattes. The gold, however, in here is actually quite nice, but this to me is not worth the $12 or $15. There's other great drugstore palettes, and I love the Maybelline City Minis. Those are good, along with the Wet n Wild Color Icons. Those are really good, and this to me and all of these palettes have been quite disappointing, so that was kind of a miss for me. And then this one is just disappointing to me on a personal level, I would like to say. The Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette was my absolute favorite palette, or one of my absolute favorite palettes of last year. I traveled with it. I love it. I think it is gorgeous. When they said they were releasing the Peanut Butter and Honey palette, I was like, what? Warm, matte, browns, and yellow? Like, those are my favorite things ever. I've had this palette and I've maybe used it twice, which is just so disappointing to me. And I don't mind these 6 shades here, but what really grinds my gears, pisses me off, if I dare so say, is this. This is half of the palette is light shades. There's only so much you're gonna use this for. It's just a waste of space. Getting riled up here because this palette has so much potential, and just to see them do this feels really thoughtless and it doesn't feel necessary. I understand that this is the layout that Too Faced does, and I didn't even love the layout in the Peanut Butter and Jelly, but the shades were different enough that it was fine and I kind of let them get away with it. But this to me is just a waste of time and money and space, and yeah, so that really annoys me. However, I do love these 6 shades here. I liked the yellow. I did enjoy what they had going on here. I liked this peachiness, but this to me is just so annoying. I've got a bunch of contoury concealer things here, and this first one, I haven't totally decided if I'm disappointed in it or not, but I'm gonna put it in this video just because it was something, again, that I was really excited about, and I do not find myself reaching for it. And the sister product to this is one of my absolute favorites, and I've hit pan on it. It is the Kat Von D Contour Kit, the cream version. And as I've mentioned 1,000 times over, I have gotten so into cream contour this year, but it's been primarily sticks because they're so easy. So I think that is part of the reason why I'm not reaching for this, is because I do have to reach for a brush in order to use this, and contour sticks are just so easy. I don't have enough experience with it to really talk about the texture and that kind of stuff, so I'm sorry if I'm kind of prematurely including this. This could end up in my January favorites, because I am going to make a point to use this in January. Maybe this is like a warning. This is a warning for you. But I just don't reach for it a ton. Maybe only once. I used it in a video and I don't think I've reached for it since. It could be, I don't know why. It's just not calling to me, and it's disappointing to me because I love cream contour and I love the Kat Von D contour kit, so I'll report back on this, but so far disappointing. Another cream contour kit that I have not been into and not using is the All Around Contouring Palette from Catrice. I think my boyfriend picked this up for me when he was in Serbia. I probably mentioned it in a European drugstore haul last year. But this to me is just really stiff. It's hard to work with, and for a product like this that you're going to be putting over foundation for the most part and need to blend in, it is just patch city. I do not like this. I've heard great things about a lot of Catrice makeup, and it's not really available here in Canada. Even shipping it to Canada, there's really no websites, although I believe Ulta has it now, so maybe I'll dabble that route. But This palette to me is just such a hassle. If you're looking to do some cream drugstore contouring, I recommend the Wet n Wild contour stick. That is so much easier. This is just a recipe for disaster, and people are already scared of cream contouring, and if you try this, you'll never try it again. Moving on to Rimmel, these are part of their Insta line, which I really enjoyed a lot of their Insta line, but these to me, the day I did my makeup with this, I think I filmed an Instagram tutorial using these products, and I never put it up because I hated the way my makeup looked, and then I filmed, I think, 2 videos after that, and when I was editing them, I was just like, ugh, do not like, and I kind of figured I wasn't gonna like it, but I had hope. So I have the Insta Conceal and Contour palette, and then this is the Correcting palette, and it has the texture you expect. You know that kind of drugstore in a pan texture? It's a little bit greasy, it's a little bit too creamy. It's just not that good. This, I haven't even touched this contour shade, honestly, so this could be a good contour. But these, I feel like all the products I'm mentioning, I'm like, I haven't even used them, and I hate them. But they're just the kind of thing that I know I'm not gonna like, and I've used it once or twice, and I just have so many other products that I like and so many other things that I would recommend to you over these products. And the last product that I want to mention in the drugstore concealer portion of this video is the Cvoergirl True Blend Fix Stick. And this is not horrible if you're going to use it for cream concealing, just kind of spot concealing, but the smell of this, like, I just swatched this on my hand. I was like, let me double check. Do I hate this? And I'm like, yeah, I do. The smell, it smells like Dollarama makeup, or like, you know that like old Going Bad lipstick crayon scent? This is the scent that this has. It is super, super waxy. I've talked about CoverGirl concealers a million times over and how much I don't like them. I've actually really been enjoying, however, their newest Vitalist Elixir concealer, but this is just, no. I don't understand why it smells like this. It smells like it comes from a factory that shouldn't be making makeup, you know, and it's like, CoverGirl knows what's up. They make great stuff. On to 3 mascaras that I didn't like from 3 brands that I generally really enjoy their mascaras. So I was super disappointed that I did not like these, and I love my lashes. If I had to like choose something that I really enjoy about myself, it would be my lashes. I think they're long, they're full, they're dark, and I don't have a hard time finding mascaras that make my lashes look good. So when I come across something that just doesn't do it for me, I'm like, you had one very simple job. So the first, you may be surprised to see this in here, is the Essence Get Big Lashes Volume Boost Waterproof. I also don't wear waterproof mascara, so that could be a part of this, but this to me just didn't do enough for my lashes, and Essence makes some of my favorites. So this was incredibly disappointing. That being said, I haven't really enjoyed many of Essence's mascaras that come in this kind of thicker tube format. Then from Maybelline, I'm wearing the Big Shot right now. Love Maybelline's mascaras, but this is the Falsies Volume Express, again waterproof. It's funny, when I bought this in February, that's how long I've had this, because I was going on vacation. It was when I went to Curacao in February, and of the like literally 100 mascaras that I own, none of them were waterproof. So when my boyfriend was going to Shoppers Drug Mart, I was like, buy me something waterproof, and he picked this up. So this to me was just so bad. By the end of my vacation, my lashes were just so unhappy. I didn't like the effect that it gave. It actually held up nicely in the water, but never would ever wear that again. If you have recommendations for waterproof mascaras that are not annoying, that would be great. And then the last is from CoverGirl. This is their So Lashy Blast Pro. It wasn't that this was horrible, but it just did not give me enough volume. I kind of used it as like a layering mascara after a mascara that was maybe a little bit more clumpy. It was okay, but it's never something I would reach for on its own. I like their Clump Crusher a lot more for like my bottom lashes. I love their new Peacock mascara, some of their other Lash Blast versions, but this one to me was a miss. From Dior, this is their Volumizing Lash Primer, and this I'm including because of the price tag versus their performance versus something else that I own that is just a million miles better. This is like $40 or $50 or just a lot of money, and if this did incredible things to my lashes, then fine, but it doesn't really do much versus my L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Primer that I've talked about so much. That's like $10, and it's amazing. Works with every single mascara that I own, adds so much volume, so much length, just really enhances my lashes, and this does not. It really doesn't do much. And for the price tag, I think that that is just not okay. I have two products here that are just so incredibly scented that I could not get down with them. I'm not really particularly sensitive to scents, but these are the kind of scent that it smothers you. So this is the Soap & Glory Smoothie Star Body Buttercream, and I have been loving their scrub, a lot of their other products. They're really, really nice, but I put this on a few weeks ago before bed, and it's like an old, oh, it's too much. I don't know what it is. It's like sweet and floral and just right up your nose. And I was gonna go get in the shower, honestly, because my boyfriend and I were both like, oh, like what have I done? I just like covered myself in blankets up to here, and it just was way, way, way too strong. And I love like a sweet vanilla body cream, but this just was too much. And then the next product is from Urban Decay. This is their Go Naked scent, and I really did like this initially, but it is just too potent. It may be the fact that it's like a perfume oil, and it does have that like beachy, vacation-y scent, but it's just, oh, even then, it's just too much. It's like someone shoved a beach and a bottle of sunscreen up each of your nostrils, and you're smothering in the scent. And because it's an oil, it just stays really, really strong. So if it was a great scent and it lingered around, perfect. But for me, I mean, both of these potentially are just, all of this is personal preference, but especially these, because it is scent, they're just really, really too heavy for me. I'm constantly recommending the Body Shop bronzing drops if you have a skin tone like me and you're looking to warm up some foundation. So I was really excited when Juviance came out with these custom color boosters, and this is in a bronzing shade, and I was like, amazing, because my Body Shop drops are really good for warming up foundations or as a really, really natural bronzer. This is in a bit more of a moussey texture, and that is kind of where the problem is. It just makes it really hard to play nicely with other products. You could potentially use this as like a tan on your face, bare skin, but to mix this in with other things, because the texture is so heavy and moussey, it just doesn't play well, and then it also doesn't blend out nicely as a bronzer, and it has a very orange color to it. So the Body Shop bronzing drops are basically like a gel and more liquidy, and they just mix really beautifully into other products. This to me is just too hard. It makes things almost kind of chunky, and it doesn't play nice, and it's just gonna like ruin your day if you're trying to mix this into a foundation. And I also just think the color is a little bit off. It's too orange. I have 3 more products here from Essence, and I love a lot of the things that Essence does. I have tons of videos highlighting my favorite products from them. I think they do such a good job, but like any brand, they have some misses. So this is one of their newer products to Canada. People get really testy sometimes when I say that an Essence product is new. They're like, that's been out for 2 years. I'm like, okay, other countries exist. There's different timelines for different countries. Relax. But this is the Cushion Eyeliner, and seems like a fun idea, but to me, this was hard to work with. It like dried as soon as you put it on your eyes, and then it was the kind of thing that you knew you could just like basically peel off. Their pot eyeliner, however, the pot gel eyeliner, is incredible. I've gone through an entire one of those. I don't wear gel eyeliner anymore, but if you're looking for a good option, that one is incredible, and it's like $4. This product, I can't remember if I've mentioned in a product I regret disappointing products video. I think I may have mentioned the eyeliner, but let me mention the lip. This is their Kajal lipstick and liner. And if you watched my Revlon Instafilter foundation review, I've dubbed products like these boardroom products. They're products that seem like a great idea in the boardroom, but in practice, they're just dumb. So this comes to a point which, first of all, I've already cracked off 1 or 2 of these. So yeah, in practice, that's great. I can line my lips and fill them in, but no, just no. That's all I have to say on that. And then the last product is one of their Light Up Your Eyes inner rim liners. I think that this is a great idea. Rimmel makes a beautiful one. They make my favorite drugstore kind of beige liner. This was just really, really dry. I love the Essence retractable lip and eye pencils. Those are much creamier, but this is super, super dry, especially if it's something that's supposed to go on the inner rim of your eye. You know that feeling of just like a dry pencil in there, and it just feels so uncomfortable, so I do not recommend picking this up. And the last products I have are from e.l.f. The first is their eyelash primer. Again, just doesn't really do anything. The L'Oreal one is so much better. I highly recommend picking up the L'Oreal one. I think this is probably $3. The L'Oreal one is probably closer to $10, but this is just a waste of your money, and it just doesn't do anything to your lashes. And then this is a newer item I mentioned in a haul. This is supposed to be a highlighter, and it's just not. This one is in the shade Shy, and I also have the shade Glow, which I haven't decided how I feel about that one. That one may be a very subtle highlight, and it actually could be really beautiful. I haven't tried it on my face alone yet, so I didn't want to speak to that. But this one to me is just not a highlighter. It's not that it's even pink, because pink highlighters are totally a thing now, but this is just a powder with a satin finish. And I was looking at the reviews, I was actually looking at the website to make sure I wasn't missing something, maybe I'm supposed to be using it differently, but essentially the way they describe this is it's a highlighter, and then the majority of the reviews on the website are like, no, it's not a highlighter, and I would have to agree with them. It's not a highlighter. If you have a lighter skin tone and you're looking for a blush, this could absolutely be it, but I did want to give you a heads up to let you know that that's not a highlighter. So those are all of the products that I don't like as of recently. Let me know down below what your biggest fail of the year is. I'm always curious to hear. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!